been so long since I've seen cat yellow, but you're right, that kind of does look almost like a cat yellow.
It does.
At the intersection?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the driveway.
Welcome to February 2024.
Go away.
John's hungover as fuck.
I'm fine. Take your next available left. Drive through everything. We might need four-wheel drive in the Jeep. Those gates are nice. Just drive through.
John hasn't got his side-by-side yet, so it's the Jeep side-by-side today.
I have two got it. I just haven't got it.
Yeah, you got it, but you haven't gotten it.
They have to ride nicer. You know where we're going?
To that tractor combine do-whacker that's up there.
Yep. You know how to get there.
I have to go up to the corner up here.
You don't even need me. I could have just sent you up here with my side cutters. $450 combine that just keeps on giving.
Yep. Oh, but that one might have that temp gauge that you wanted too, huh?
That's in Chris's pulling tractor too.
Oh, you pulled it out of this one.
As well as what the oil pressure gauge in that one.
I'm gonna go until I can't, and then I'll put it in. Then we'll put in four-wheel drive.
We ain't gonna bottom out.
We won't bottom out. We might run out of traction, but I'm kind of curious how far I can. A little opening here.
Normally this is like 5 feet of snow. Not me. I'm gonna walk. We ain't gonna make it. No, we weren't driving fast enough, Dylan. We're gonna need the 4 loads.
Is there anything I can winch to from up here?
The baler. That probably weighs more than this Jeep.
Probably.
That's frozen into the ground.
Anything in the ground I should be concerned about?
No. I kind of organize everything up here.
Okay.
As long as you don't try to drive over a piece of machinery or an iron pile, you're fine.
Okay. Where are we getting off the combine? Key switch?
Key switch is in the shed. I want the plug in for the key switch.
Oh. Turbo 7700.
It's not so turboed anymore.
Oh, not so turbo 70. Is this gold mines? Field ready? Oh gosh, that seems dangerous. It's got to go with the green 1994 certification on it.
It's come out of Valley City at one time.
Oh?
Oh, it's a long ways up there with no ladder.
What do you need the key? What do you put in a key switch in?
The 50-20.
Oh.
I see the roof is falling apart.
Almost. One more try. Perfect.
Hey,
What'd you find?
that's where I left that.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you attempting to evict the entire harness? When did you get your hands on this combine?
This one?
Yeah.
This is where the motor for the 45 comes from.
Oh.
This one's been around for a while.
I wasn't around for this one.
That was before you got fun, Dylan.
Oh, thanks.
This is the one I drove home from north of Mount, or east of Mount.
Oh. Was your intent just to rob the engine out of it?
Yeah.
That's all your intent was?
Yeah, because the engine went to hell in the 4520.
Ah.
That was the sole intent. You got it listed for $500.
And you drove it home.
And I tuned him down to 450 because his dad wouldn't answer the phone. Yeah, I drove this like 50 miles home.
Huh.
And got really inebriated on the drive. To the point where I fell off the ladder at one point.
Oh my. Well, there'd be the harness for the 50-20.
So I can run on a different key switch. I just wanted this one. This one.
All right, back to the shed. Oh, you got this 50-20 up to the shed.
Nope. I don't.
Is this a different 50-20?
Nope.
Ah!
This is nothing.
Half of it's gone.
This is nothing. I closed the door too hard, Dylan.
You snapped it right in half. Oh, the 3150.
Nope.
Ah, were those two not getting along anymore, both halves?
Nope.
Holy shit.
It fell apart, Dylan.
This is a completely different stage than when YouTube saw it last.
You don't leave me unsupervised. This is what happens when you leave me unsupervised.
We were putting things together on it last, like the platform.
No, we weren't. Murphy! God damn it, Murphy!
Murphy.
All my oil pan bolts.
Murphy's like, I found the peanut container. The hell fell?
I don't know. Bye.
All right, see ya.
See you next week.
Yep.
We're gonna have working lights.
Hope so. The last time the folks saw this thing, though, it definitely didn't look like this.
You left me unsupervised, Dylan.
What is the modem for your actions?
You left me unsupervised.
That's your modem for taking it apart?
Yeah.
I left you unsupervised and you're like, tear everything apart.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Literally.
I'll see if I can hire 2 more guys and we'll just do shift work with you. You know, I'll take 8 to 4:30 and then one guy will be 4:30 to about 11:30 and then... From what I understand, though, you are in the works of getting the hydraulic pump stuff done that you need.
I am. Let's go back and get the light switch.
Doesn't. Well, I don't think it's gonna work. We'll use.
Let's not go back and get the light switch. It's right here.
We'll use that one.
Why don't we use this one?
We'll use that one. God, that you would have got back out there and that would have been gone.
I would have blamed you.
More than likely. No, wait, Murphy's here. We can blame him.
We can't blame Murphy for everything.
Don't lose that key.
I know a guy that could probably get me a replacement. So anyway, Dylan, what are you doing to this poor tractor? It was in one piece the last time you were here.
I looked at it, I guess.
And it fell apart.
Evidently.
It's literally, it's in pieces. There's
It is in
the
pieces.
engine over here.
These,
The engine's over there.
the two
Clutch
halves.
is here.
Well, now we got three halves that aren't getting along with each other.
Clutch is there, engine's there, front timing cover is there, hydraulic pump's over there.
What's in the basement?
I haven't dropped anything down there yet.
Well, whatever you're up to,
There's half of the contents of the oil on the floor.
whatever you're up to, you have been busy.
It's only about a day's worth of work done.
That is true.
See, this is what happens when you're not around to bother me. I take shit apart. I'm good at taking it apart.
How long will it take to get back together?
About 3 times as long as it took me to take it apart.
So 3 nights.
3 months.
Oh,
I hope not 3 months.
I hope not. All of this is an effort to make it drive underneath its own power this year yet. That's where I put that.
I got wires coming out of my pockets. Yep. We are the second week of February, first week of February.
Yeah.
And this coming week, we are going to go and machine the hydraulic pump mounts and drive. Yes, that's what we are going to do. So yeah, we're going to do that. So I've got pretty. Let me combobulate my thoughts here.
Yep.
I have predetermined the distance that I'm going to need, and I have a pretty good idea of this drive coupling from the motor to the hydraulic pump that I'm going to need. We'll get that all made.
Manufactured mailed.
Saturday. This coming Saturday, hopefully. Then I decided to take the engine out because there was some goop, putty. I don't know what it was. It was hard. Stuff smeared along the seam on the front timing cover. So I was like, well, now's the time to do it when there's nothing
there
in my way. So I decided I pulled the engine out, pulled the front timing cover off, and realized I'd take the oil pan off because the oil pump's attached to the front timing cover on these cats, apparently. So I got that all. It's in that state of waiting for parts, which will get ordered tomorrow, Monday. Today's Sunday.
Yep.
So we'll get that, and I'll get the engine. You probably won't see me put the engine and stuff back together like you did not see me take it apart. But that's the update on the engine. The engine looks like brand new on the inside. This has got a reman, it had a reman tag on it. But so the engine looks like new. I'm gonna clean her up, put new filters on it, put that timing cover gaskets and stuff back on it. Give her a fresh coat of Caterpillar yellow, some new oil, and bolt her back in the frame. Put the hydraulic pump on, bolt the hydraulic pump on, finalize the hydraulic pump drive shaft, and then start assembling the front end from there. The radiator's at the radiator shop getting rebuilt, or not rebuilt, but had some leaks. Getting them addressed. We got a good fuel tank I'll have to power wash out to get set on there. Oil cooler to get put on. I got a tie rod to change too. Well, it's in probably while it's here. Maybe. What else? Some wiring. Obviously, you've seen me stealing wiring out of that combine.
Key switch.
This is the dash out of that combine. I want to go to because this engine's got electronic fuel shut off. So I want the newer style key switch the no push button. So I am going to build my own harness, run the engine and alternator and all that stuff. At this time, I don't know if I'll wire in the lights. I think that'll be an ongoing program. If I do decide to paint it, I will have the lights fixed before it gets painted. But we're gonna touch up some paint here. These frame rails that have been painted this ungodly banana yellow over top the original M&W yellow. It's gotta go. That's gotta go. So we're gonna repaint them. Then we're gonna be green because I can't really find a decent yellow, and I wanted them green. So we're gonna paint them green. Pretty much everything underneath the fuel tank, I'm gonna primer and paint it onto your green.
Pretty much a lot of what you see frame-wise and what's attached to the frame, green. What's hanging out over here on the floor, yellow. In a way.
Yep. That way, yeah. That way, that's just all done when it's.
You're ready to go back together.
Yep, and it'll look a little nicer.
Yep.
Got some brackets to cut off the frame that have been added in. Whatever that bracket's for has got to get cut off. That's been added in. There's one down here on the steering mount that can come off.
Yep.
Just some odds and ends. There's some dozer brackets on the front that'll come off. Yeah.
Kind of clean the frame up a little bit, and
yeah, I'm gonna tidy up the frame.
where it's in the state it's in now, it's easy to work on some of that stuff.
That, and then before I roll it back together, I'm gonna drill another hole in the frame so my splitting stands fit this tractor, because there is no extra holes in this frame. There is two, like here and here, but my splitting stands don't match up with those. So I'll just come home. I'll just come and drill one new hole on each frame rail, and then they'll fit for if I ever have to split it again. Which I shouldn't, because we discovered after we split it, the clutch back, the clutch was brand new. It's been all rebuilt. I was questioning that. That's in that pile there amongst other doodads I took off the front of the engine. So we won't have to worry about that. The clutch is all brand new. Bolt that back in. Gotta find a aligning tool. Alignment pin. But yeah, I don't know, that's where we're at. I might fiddle with this key switch business a little bit here today. Get a start on it.
Hang out with that, and
I don't know, a little bit of an update on this tractor, and we haven't seen much of it since what, July?
I believe the last episode we had of it was putting the platform on.
And this thing literally hasn't moved since that date.
Yes.
I
don't believe it's been touched since that date.
No, it has not been touched since that date.
Yeah. So it was
it's
due for a little bit of attention.
Yep. It was been sitting since July, and we've had a pretty mild winter. So there's a half a tractor right outside the door.
Yep.
Because it is, well, we're restrained on size in here.
Just a little bit. What was the proper sprinting procedure? Road gear and then jam on the brakes, or what?
Something like that.
Okay.
Even if I would have moved my GP project I've got back on the back burner back there, the tractor would not have fit through the door.
No.
It's got extra long axles and big wide tires, and it was... We would have had to grease it up good and maybe notch the door frame to get it through the door.
And good old Crisco grease would have done it.
So I just rolled her up to the door and bolted some splitting stands on it, and took the 10 bolts that were holding it together and rolled it apart. And the 2 hydraulic lines that were still attached.
Yep.
And rolled her in the front half in the door.
Yep. No, this is going to be great to see this go back together and get underneath its own power and drive.
Well, yeah.
And the more it's around and the more you read, the rarer it gets.
And then, we might have to tear down that 5010 some more.
Okay.
Because I might want hard lines for the steering.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get the engine and all that stuff pieced together, and then do
right.
some measuring on hydraulic lines, and just need to get the engine back in the frame and the hydraulic pump bolted to the engine.
Yep.
And then we can make good progress. Then it's a matter of just bolting things together.
Yep. And get back together, need its own power, work the bugs out of it, and
You're gonna plant corn with it this spring.
with ear muffs, ear plugs, whatever else I can fit around my ears.
None of the above.
All the above.
None of the above.
All above.
You don't need that stuff.
I don't need
You'll be
ear.
fine.
What? Huh?
You'll be fine.
What?
Exactly.
Yep.
You won't be able to complain.
I won't be able to hear myself complaining.
Yep, that's right.
All right, well, let's get to it a little bit. We'll have a little project and hang out for a while.
With this project.
Yeah, 5020 CAD M&W Repower.
Yeah, progress is going forward. Slowly, but it should drive out of the...
Down.
Well, I can't say the front half will drive out of the shop.
Yeah. The back half is already out of the shop.
I don't know. We'll see. We got to get it in one piece again and then move from there.
Yep.
As you've seen, we have had this engine running. This engine seems to run good.
Yeah, it probably has a 3-minute, probably max run time for us.
Yeah.
But it ran. There was no weird engine noises.
We presume it had oil pressure.
We revved it up a couple times, but everything seemed to fine. It idled and it was good to go. So onward we go.
Yep. Onward mush, Dylan.
Forward mush, Murphy.
Can you order parts for this from John Deere for me?
More than likely not, no.
So, but yeah, that's where we're at with this. A little bit of an update. I know you haven't seen much of it since July, so, and then not much has happened since July.
No.
Well, I finished out the 3-point since July.
Oh yeah, you did.
I got a quick hitch. I got the correct quick hitch, I believe, and the factory third link. I got that all installed.
Yeah, because this was a 3-point tractor.
It is a 3-point,
which is just odd for
and then
here.
I've got a new seat in the house. New seat cushions, seat frame cushions. Everything we need there, just not installed. So.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll let you get to do some wiring here. We'll just hang out and.
Are you sure you want to watch me do wiring?
That was really entertaining on the 400.
Well, we don't have no burned off wires, so.
So what do you do after you successfully wrap your engine in tinfoil?
We bake it at 350 degrees for 6 hours.
Oh, okay. And that comes out medium?
Yep. Medium rare, actually.
Perfect. And ready to lay down some paint. Well, primer, but...
Think about it. Gotta start.
I'd hope so, because I'm shaking this can for nothing.
I thought you needed the exercise.
It's like a shake weight. No, I figured still here, turn on the camera for a little bit longer. Catch a little bit of this.
Oh no! What are you doing, Dylan?
I don't know, but my wrist probably thought I was just doing a workout. Because my watch is...
I don't want to know what your wrist, what kind of
No, the watch. You know how many steps I probably added to my day by doing that? Poof, poof, poof. Murph, why don't you get out of the paint? There was a good boy.
It's going to take several coats of primer.
Oh, yes. And no, this is not cat yellow. This is just a primer.
This is just a base coat.
Where you folks may be watching are probably getting a little tricked by the color the primer is.
This is going to take some paint.
Yep.
This edge is going to take this whole can.
Oh,
For the
yes.
first coat.
Although when you do this, you do catch a little bit of a vibe for like what it's going to look like.
Oh, yeah.
I'll paint it up in cat yellow.
I have a feeling I got 4 cans for this engine, Dylan, and I think that's probably going to take all 4 cans.
Probably.
He thought that was too much.
Well, this can of primer gone now.
I'll be back.
John, it's a new engine. It is a new engine.
So anyway, there it was.
Yep, shooting from the hip
Shooting
again.
from the hip. Yeah, my spray cans.
Yeah, dual wheeling spray cans over here. Got a little busy, and the engine got all primed up now.
Yeah.
Which is great because it's really giving you a good look on what this thing may look like when you get it all painted up and finished up.
Yeah, got some 2 cans of primer laid on it, and that's still not enough primer.
But it's definitely better than the silver.
Yeah, it looks better than the silver.
And this was kind of tricking us a little bit. This is kind of like cat yellowish.
It's similar, but this is John Deere buff yellow.
Buff primer.
Buff primer. So.
Yeah. Engine got buff.
Yeah.
Buff primer. Are you supposed to sand that at all? That's a buff primer.
I'm not sanding it, Dylan. Are you gonna come sand it?
No, not with all the lines and stuff like that on here. I am not sanded shit.
But yeah, we masked off the whole engine, covered up, tinfoiled the manifolds. I still have the front timing cover off yet, of course.
Murph,
But that won't bother. That'll.
sit.
I'll give that a good coat of paint. The oil pan's is sitting over there on a draining.
Yeah, you're gonna take the oil pan in and give that a good
Yeah, that's gonna get a
wash job.
good wash job out. Got some sediment in the bottom. This is a relatively new engine, or a very low houred engine. Very low houred. I mean, I've had the valve covers off. They're just immaculate. Looks like brand new. Everything I've had off looks like new underneath there. Underneath everything, so I believe it has a remanufactured tag on it, so I believe it's been rebuilt, low houred, 3150 cat. Clutch was brand new. The last guy that was putting this tractor together, and he passed away, and that's how the salvage yard ended up with it, I guess. That's just what I've got. So he was in the process of putting it all together. Yeah, he had brand new. I got a whole brand new clutch assembly laying there. I took it apart just to check it. I mean, it's never been used. It's brand new. So this engine, I think he probably got a reman engine out of something. It's got low hours. So that all looks good. I'm gonna get the oil pan washed out, painted up, get some gaskets for this front timing cover and pan. Ordered up here on Monday, get them all here, and then I can focus on the frame. It's got to be cleaned up. There's some brackets that have been welded on that I'm not sure what for, that I want to cut off and clean up. We're gonna get the oil pump mounting brackets built within the next week. We'll get them built, and then I have everything to do the hydraulic pump drive shaft on hand. I just don't know the exact length, so once we get that done, the pump bolted on, I can finish up the measurements for the pump for the drive shaft. We get all that bolted in, and then we can build up from there. The bottom plate over the top of the hydraulic pump. The radiator should be done here in the next week or two, I would presume. And then we can get that bolted in. Oil cooler bolted in. The fuel tank that was in this tractor, I could see through the bottom. So I think I've got a good one in storage. So we'll pull that out, get that cleaned up, set that on. So basically, before I re-roll this front half to the back half, it's going to be a functioning unit from the front. I got to pull that 5010 apart some more, get some hydraulic lines and whatnot out of there, because I want to run some steel lines versus hydraulic lines for that versus rubber ones anyway. Seen earlier, I'm going to convert it over to the turn style key switch instead of the push button start. So that I could probably go back to the junkyard and find a plate that's designed for that key switch, but it also requires another day off from work, or half a day off anyway. But I'm just gonna modify it so that key switch fits, plug that in, get the wiring from the front half kind of wired up, alternator put on. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do before I number it off on this front half before it even gets married back to the back half again, which is why it's in here, I guess.
It's winter time and it's in the shed.
It's more like spring, Dylan.
It does feel like spring. Mother Nature
it is the first few days of February, and we've had 35 and 50 above, anywhere from 30 to 50 above weather.
Mm-hmm.
Depends upon the day. It's weird. We have standing water and mud
in February.
In February.
It just doesn't feel right.
In north central North Dakota.
It doesn't feel right. Anyway, want to give you guys an update video on the 5020 with the M&W Repower cat motor. You guys will see more of this on the channel as it progresses. I'm not sure how much and what tidbits you guys will see, but we'll try to capture quite a bit as we can.
You'll probably just keep getting some update videos because Dylan, this is at my farm, not at Dylan's headquarters. So I work on this when I have time, here and there after work and on weekends.
So I left here Friday. This engine was, so Friday, 2 days ago, this engine was in the frame yet. And all of a sudden I walked back in here today and it's sitting here.
Oh, I completely disassembled.
I left him unsupervised again. Magic happens when I'm unsupervised.
Yep. So I'll just keep picking away at this on my own time. I've got some touching up to do on the frame and painting, and I'm gonna paint the frame again. Stuff like that. Yeah, we'll probably just it'll probably be another update video in a couple weeks. I imagine you'll see the engine probably back in the frame by then, and hydraulic pump and all that stuff kind of bolted in.
Yep.
We'll probably every couple weeks, if I may, we'll probably do an update on this.
Yeah, just throw a little something out there to keep you guys up on what's going on with it and how close it's getting to going back together.
Yep. And then Dylan's gonna plant corn with it for me this spring, and all my soybeans.
Yeah, this thing's a 3-point tractor. I'm gonna have earmuffs and earplugs. I might as well throw my AirPods in there, a noise cancellation, because I don't know if I want to listen to this thing sing for 8 hours a day.
Oh, come on.
As cool as that would look and sound, I don't know how much of that I'll handle in a sitting. But no, appreciate you guys watching, hanging out, subscribing, liking the channel, liking the videos. Definitely helps us out a bunch. You guys hit that subscribe and like button at the bottom.
Yep, just hang on with us. I know we haven't had a lot of the
farm
to do videos with the old machinery and stuff. Winter has been kind of long. Well, it gets kind of long. I know we're only in February. Once we get the spring's work, we'll be out and we'll have them old tractors out again.
Oh yeah.
I like to hook them up, go plowing with them, and
farmyard shenanigans.
Yep, we'll have our farmyard shenanigans again.
Thanks for hanging with us, guys.
Yep. Until next time.
Catch you on the next one.
Or not.
I knew that was coming.
See you next week.
Yep.